All right. Good evening, everyone. This is KM5QSJ down here in Alice, Texas, and I'm going to kick her off tonight. Glenn was occupied doing something. I'm sure he'll show up before we're done and put his 2 cents worth in. But we meet here every Wednesday night at this time for the forum of old boat anchor rigs, buying, selling, trading if you want to, but mostly just talking about the good old days of sideman and exercising some of these old tubes, which of course I'm not doing tonight because I didn't have time to get mine warmed up. So I'll be exercising my new radio this evening, but helping y'all exercise your old ones. We have a good place for people, if you haven't been here before, to ask questions. If you've got a question about something, somebody out there probably knows the answer. And other than that, we just have fun and check in on our old rigs. You can check in on a new rig if you like, if you're interested in what we're doing. We don't turn anybody away. So that's pretty much the way it goes. Before we get started, is there anyone that needs this frequency for any emergency use? Hearing none, if anyone does have an emergency and needs this frequency, just ask and we will relinquish it or help you out any way we can. All right. I've got a list. I'll start with that, and we'll go from there. WB5TXW, George, go ahead, sir.
Hello, Jay, and all around the net for the finest hour of amateur radio for the week. I'm on the usual S-line, 32S175S330L1, the Bud Whitney, may he rest in peace, power supply, speaker box, Shure 444, Heath Kit 2060 tuner out the back of that, 450 ohm tunneling to the 75-meter dipole, and everything seems to be working. And we got at least 10 minutes of drizzle with the sun out right before 6. So that's the radio report and the weather report. Over.
Well, that's a good deal. At least somebody's getting some rain. Maybe we'll get some in the next day or two also.
I don't know if I'd call it rain. It was more like mist, but it helped me remember what rain might look like. All right, WB5TXW, back to net.
Okay, George, good deal. S-line sounding great. All right, Harold, Whiskey 5, Zulu Tango.
Yeah, good evening, Jay. This is Harold up here in Dallas, and I'm also on a S-line, not quite as fancy one as George said.
Let's see if I can key this thing up, see if it's doing it and transmitting. This says Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha Bravo in Arlington. How copy?
Uh-oh. Somebody coming in on top of me. Is there somebody else trying to check in?
I don't know. Somebody, whoever's down the band, if you'll give us a minute, we'll try to figure out who you are. We aren't. Are you trying to check into the net?
Kilo Alpha Bravo in Arlington. How copy?
Yeah,
you keep talking. I'm trying to contact you.
Okay. I didn't have my amp on, so maybe you can hear me a little bit better now, but I'm not sure. It's somebody up here trying to see if we can hear him, but I don't guess he can hear us. Anyhow, I'm on my Collins S-line, 32S175S1, Shure 444D. Mike, I am cheating and going through AL88, doing about 600 watts right now, and I heard you picking up Fred's noise reduction unit. I picked up an old Time Wave DSP-59 Plus I hooked up today to the receiver, and I'm playing with it while I'm listening to y'all. So that's it. And I do, by the way, I do have an extra Collins power supply. If anybody needs, I'm good on QRZ. You can email me and we can trade for something. So anyhow, that's it, Jay. W5QS, W5ZZT.
Okay, Harold. Well, if y'all, anybody out there needs an extra Collins power supply, 516F2, I'm assuming, Whiskey 5 Zulu Tango, good on QRZ, and he'd be glad to work with you there. Thank you, Harold. And I read through those two paragraphs real quick, and hopefully that'll solve my little problem there. So I appreciate it.
All right, hope it works.
Yeah, me too. All right, the Alpha Bravo station that was trying to check in or whatever, are you still there, sir?
I am. Good evening to you. I just wanted to see if this radio was going to talk. I broke out this old FT101EE. I don't think I spoke on it about 2-3 years there, Roger.
Okay, you're down the band just a little bit, maybe about 200 or 300 cycles. That's what made it hard to copy, but it is getting out.
Okay, just appreciate it. See if I can get the thing dialed in a little better. But have a good day, and thank you guys, and I'm sure we'll do it again sometime real soon. This is Kilo 5, Kilo Alpha Bravo in Texas. I'm clear.
Okay, all right, K5 and KAB. All righty, well, thank you, sir. There you were. Okay, never mind, I already had you down. All right, thank you, sir. Let me see, KC5L, Tom.
Hey, good evening, Jay, and Boat Anchors Net. Tom, KC5L in San Antonio. And we're on the usual tonight. We're talking on the Central Electronics 200B transmitter and 600L amplifier with a D104 microphone, Palstar BT1500A tuner, and a homebrew doublet up about 15 feet. And we're listening on the R390A. And that's about all I have, Jay, so back to net, KC5L.
Okay, Tom. Excellent down here this evening. Good band, good rig. Sounds great, but then it usually does. So, KE5Q, the voice of Plano, come in here.
Yeah, KM5QS and Annette. KE5Q in Plano. Good evening, everybody. Tonight we're on the Kenwood TS530S into the Clipperton L. And using the Shure 444, that's going into the Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. And like I said, everybody sounded really good here tonight. This is one that made a little trade with Byron Farr there at Belton, and now he wants it back. I don't know. I don't think so. KM5QS, KE5Q.
Yeah, I think I'd keep it, Jim. If it sounds too good. Byron, he's pretty good at putting those things back together. Anyway, no, it does sound good. 530 is a good rig. I think it's a little underrated by a lot of people, but I think it's as good a rig as the 830. It just doesn't have all the bells and whistles on it, but they work good. All right, thank you, Jim. Robert, Whiskey 9 Whiskey. Saying your call makes me thirsty.
Hey, Jay. Hello to everybody. This is WW9W. I'm still nursing my new hips here. I tried that, Jay. I hooked the cable to it, and I keyed the mic, but it shocked me. I had to disconnect it, so that won't work. I'll stick with what I got. Anyway, I'm operating a different remote tonight. I'm using the Yaesu, the FT-DX101 mic popper. And the remote system is the Yaesu SCU LAN 10, the little box you get with it, and gives you the capability of remoting the radio. And that's what I'm doing. Still using the same microphone I was using last week, and I'm using the laptop. So, and I'm running a different amplifier with this radio. It's a Tentec 417A. And let's see if I can see. Looks like about, hello. Looks like about 1,300 watts coming out, going into my coaxial Ultimax double bazooka antenna. And I appreciate you. And, oh boy, well, I'll I'll call you about that power supply. I've got an extra KWM2A, and I don't have a power supply for it, and I may take that right off your hand. So hold on to it for me. I'll call you tomorrow when I get to the store, W5ZZT. And, Jay, appreciate you running it. Everybody have a great evening, and my limitation on sitting at this chair is about ended. I didn't know whether I was going to make it, but I made it, and I'm going to get up and move around. I'll talk to you guys later. WW9W operating remote.
Okay, Robert. Yeah, keep that thing exercised. The more you use it, the easier it'll break in, and the longer it'll stay good. I guess that's what they tell me. That's what my wife says anyway. She's got one. So y'all are titanium twins there, sort of. Maybe. I don't know. Anyway, thank you, Robert. All right, with Doug, Whiskey Bravo 1 Echo. Your turn.
Yeah, hello everybody. This is Doug, WB1E over here in Bryan, Texas, and everybody's sounding fantastic. Boy, I'll tell you, I'm sitting there staring. That was for 3900. Into the Swan 117XC power supply, and I know you guys sound better than this speaker gives you guys credit for. So I'm just thinking that might be an upgrade in the near future, is to open you guys up and let you guys sound a little better. So in any event, everybody does sound nice. Everybody plenty of signal tonight. Let's see, Harold, you were the big signal at plus 20 dB. So it's a Swan 500 tonight as usual. And this is the original rig still. The other rig is still getting pretty close. I'm postulating quite a bit and coming up with, I think, was going to be the fix for the second radio. And getting legal limit here on the Mark 1, Swan Mark 1 amplifier, running two 4400s with undetectable second harmonics. I got to say this because it's looking at the spectrum right now through a Tektronix 7000 series with a 5L7 spectrum analyzer plug-in, so I get to see what I look like as I transmit. So it's always kind of I'm spoiled in that regard, but it's something I've been into all my life for test equipment and looking at spectra. So yeah. Oh, anyway, I'll set it back to net, and thanks everybody for supporting the Boat Anchors Net. It's a pleasure to be here. So this is WB1E. Back to you there, Jay, and 7-3 all around.
Okay, Doug. Good deal. Well, it always sounds good that you've got that Swan percolating like it's supposed to. And now all you got to do is get that speaker to get us sound like we're supposed to. But I'm sure you'll figure it out. Oh, let me see here. Alpha India 5, Oscar Sierra. Justin, let us hear that new 520 you got.
Alrighty, yeah, good evening. I'm coming in here on the, this is AI5OS coming in here on the 520 SE, going through the Heathkit 2060 Alpha out to my PAR infit antenna, doing about 97 watts out here once we tuned up here. Everybody's sounding great tonight. I really love the audio that comes out of this 520, and can't say enough good things about it. It's just a fun old gal to operate here. Really enjoying it. Looking for the external VFO for this unit. If anybody happens to have a lead on one, I'm good in QRZ. Send me an email. Because I'm like I say, I'm really enjoying this station, and build this out. And stay tuned, folks, because we'll have another exciting boat anchor coming online next week. This is AI5OS.
All right. Well, good deal, Justin. That it sounds great. Those old 520s are pretty good. Now, I'm sure y'all probably heard Justin just fine. If anybody's got a VFO 520, a remote VFO for the 520 SE, Kenwood, Justin, and you, it's access to your needs. Justin would like to pair it up with his 520. You're good on QRZ for email, right?
Yes, sir. Sure am. And just if anybody wants to write it down, it is Whiskey 9 Fox Yankee India at me.com. I do believe AI5OS at ARRL.net may work, but I haven't tried it out. I just typically use the email found in QRZ. I know that works.
Okay. Alrighty. If you look up AI5OS and there's an email in QRZ, which is not his current call sign, but it does work. Or you can try AI5OS at ARRL.net, and that should work. But he knows the other one does. All right. Thank you, Justin. Okay, let me call Hugo, and then I'm going to check and see if Lynn is here yet. But Hugo, N5JGX, go ahead.
Oh, good evening to one and all from N5JGX. And just running the 570. No, not yet. We'll run that later. Anyway, running the TS2000 currently with the MC80 microphone, running a 40 to 80 meter antenna fan dipole for the antennas, and running the ALS 600. I'm not sure, somewhere between 300 and 600 watts out, I guess, currently. So hopefully everybody's here at the station okay, and hopefully everyone is doing well. Back to you, Jay. N5JGX.
Okay, Hugo. Yeah, it's coming through. No problem. No problem. All righty. Let me see. Lynn, have you arrived yet? K5LYN, are you out there?
I'm in here, Jay.
Who that?
Jimmy.
Oh, WLF. Okay, I'll get you down on the list. All righty. Lynn's probably not quite here yet, so I'll call a few more. Whiskey Bravo 5 Oscar Zulu. Don, go ahead.
Hello there, Jay, and this is WB50VZ, New Caney, Texas. Rail Kenwood 830S, and the 922 Kenwood amplifier, the double bazooka at about 45 feet over.
All righty. It sounds like you're right next door. Okay, thank you, Don. Thanks for checking in. K8WOZ, Daniel.
Yeah, good evening, Jay, and everybody else on the Boat Anchor Net. This is Dan, K8WOZ in Houston. Just running the same old Kenwood 830. I was going to put a different one on here, but I didn't quite get enough power out of it, so I'll wait till next week, maybe. Anyway, Kenwood 830, the microphone's an MC50. I'm driving a homebrew 3813's amplifier. And the antenna's inverted V up about 42 feet. And I do have a tuner in line, I think, but it's done bypass, so forget about it. I want to say that Justin's 520, like you say, not outrageously strong in here, but that is just about the clearest audio of anybody I've heard tonight. Those 520s are bulletproof, I swear they are. Okay, that's it from here. Thank you, Jay. KWOJ.
Okay, Dan. Your 830 don't sound. There ain't no flies on that one either. So these old tubes do work. It's almost as good as mine. I mean, sometimes. Well, never mind. I just keep going. Thank you, Dan. Whiskey 5 FPT. Paul, go ahead.
Hey, good evening, Jay and everybody. This is Whiskey 5 Foxtrot Papa Tango, all in Jasper, Texas, and tonight we're on the complete 520S station with a speaker and the remote VFO and the antenna tuner and the DG5 digital display. Running it with a 636L static can mic tonight, and the tuner is AT1200 amp supply. And the amp is a what is it? LK450
LK450 NTC, no tune, single 3-500. And that all goes out to a Ultimax 8040 double bazooka. Hope everybody's doing well. Everyone's sounding great tonight. And boy, howdy, Justin DG, he done it, boy. He got it going on with that 520. Thanks, Jay, for doing it, and we'll see you next week. W5FPT.
Okay, Paul. Sound great as usual. All right, it's time to hear from Mississippi. November 5, Papa Fox. Come on, Phil.
Good evening, Jay. How y'all are? I'm glad for you to hear me. Practicing my Cajun. Fixing to go down to St. Louisiana there around Lafayette. Pick up some of that Collins stuff out of their warehouse. Been talking to that guy on the phone. And he got some stuff I want. So, it was on the Traders Net, I guess Sunday. Anyway, hello, Jay, and hello, Rusty, and if Lynn's back, hello, Lynn. And hello to everybody. This is Phil, N5PL, Vicksburg, Mississippi, on a round in them S-line, 32S3, 75S3B, 312B4, and 516FT power supply. Got a Howell Gold Line microphone. Heathkit SP200, putting out close to 600 watts. And a modified cage dipole at 45 feet. And got to practice that Cajun. I got to be in with the crowd when I get down there. Nice folks down there. I like them. Matter of fact, my uncle was a full-blood Cajun at Slidell. He took me out on the Pontchartrain when I was 4 years old, and the motor quit. Had a Evinrude motor on it in 1949. That motor was nearly as big as the boat, and I bet it put out 20 horsepower. We got totally out of sight of the land, and I remember it like it was yesterday. I was 4 years up, and I got upset. But we got back to show anyway. Back to that.
Okay, Phil. I know what you're going to do. You're going to go down there to Lafayette, and you're going to pick up a 3001 to go behind that S3 line.
You hit the nail on the head. I'm going to try to get a crystal pack to go with it too, so I can get those warp bands.
Well, he might have them. I know that he's got a barn load full of stuff down there. A lot of good stuff. Good luck. Let us know how what you see down there, how it turns out. Maybe you can convince some other folks to go down there and help him out.
I got pictures of this stuff. He's got a lot of stuff. I don't know about all the peripherals, but he had radios lined up, two rows of them. And he said there's 12 to 15 S-lines and KWM2s, and he got a whole stack of power supplies there. It's amazing what's there. I don't know about all the little stuff, but he's got a lot of that too. And I'm going to check it out. I just got to get a date to go. I got some things to work out before I travel. It might be a week or two before I can get there, but we're communicating and we're going to do it. And I hooked him up with the Collins CCJ Collectors Association, and he's fixing to send them some stuff and put it on their website. That's about all for me. Probably enough running on my mouth. N5PF, back to you.
Okay, Phil. No problem. Everybody gets their 5 minutes or more. It just depends. Thanks for checking in, and good luck with the Collins down there. If you can beat the Collectors to it, what can I say? Alrighty, Mike, KL7CD, where are you at tonight?
Okay, Jay. Well, I'm in Ruidoso, New Mexico. Turn this mic down just a hair. That's about right there. Okay. I'm in Ruidoso. Beautiful day today. Bluebird day, 73 degrees for a high. I'm supposed to get down around 50 tomorrow and cool off 45, I think, tonight, and then or 50, and then it'll be about 69 for a high tomorrow, but still a little cloudy tomorrow, but still no rain, so the weather's really nice fall weather here for Ruidoso. at 7,000-foot elevation. Tonight I'm on the Kenwood 520 Sugar, and got my homebrew digital display to keep me somewhere close to frequency. I'm running that into a Collins 30L1 that I brought back with me this past trip from my home QTH in Texas. And I've got that running straight via coax, no tuner in line. I've got that running up to the dipole of about 45, 50 feet in the ponderosa pine trees. I hope you're hearing me okay. I'm copying everybody 100% here since probably 30 minutes before the net started. No problem at all. So I'll get a rig report out tonight if it keeps going like it's going right now. So 73 to everybody. I'll be listening out. KL7 Charlie Delta back to net.
Okay, Mike, good deal. 100% copy. The band is pretty good this evening, and I'm a little jealous of the cool temperatures up there, but that's okay. I don't want no snow. We'll see you later. Thanks for checking in. All right. Let me see. I got the other fella. So KB0UOZ, Perry.
Yeah, okay, Jay. Good evening to you, sir. Good evening to the gang here. Boy, band's in pretty good shape. I'm copying everybody pretty well. Let's see. I'm back this week. I'm back on my one of my heat kit rigs. I'm on the Hot Water 101. I find myself attracted to this thing quite often. Last week I was using the Kenwood 520, just a straight 520, and the comments on the 520, you know, darn, I can't, I've got several rigs. I got a couple, 2 or 3 newer rigs, and I'm telling you, them hybrid Kenwoods are hard to beat, and the 520 seems to beat the other ones. I've got just a straight 520, and I love it to death. Anyway, like I say, I'm on my Hot Water 101, and going through my heat kit, the SC1000. I'm only driving it with about 50 watts, so we're getting 500-600 watts out, I guess. And going through my 2062 now, and out, my water line to my 75-meter inverted rate. So, kind of story there. Jay, thanks for being here and doing the duties, and we'll ride along. I'm sure enjoying listening around. KB0UOZ.
Okay, Perry, good deal. No problem. You're coming through fine, but you always do. So, all righty. Well, Byron, WA5EDX, your turn.
Yeah, good evening, Jay. Everybody on the net. This is Byron, WA5EDX, in beautiful Bluffdale, Texas, where the weather is really nice tonight, and had a little bitty cold front come through here late this evening, and we're looking forward to some cooler temperatures tomorrow, and not quite as humid as it was today. Oh, and the rig is another Kenwood 530S. This is the first time I've had this particular rig on the air, so any critical comments will be appreciated. Did the normal cleanup stuff to it, that's all. They work right out of the box, so to speak. And wanted to tell Justin I'd like to have that Kenwood 520 SE back. As good as that sounds. Hi. But we traded. Justin and I traded. He traded me his old Tempo 2020 for the 520. So I hope to get his Tempo 2020 on the air here in the next month or so. I've never had a 2020 Yaesu on the air, so that'll be a new toy to play with. Maybe I'll just save it for Christmas. Hi. So that's the whole story here. MC50 Mike, barefoot of course, and into the old inverted V. Good to hear everybody on the net tonight sounding so good. And everybody's been on frequency so far. I'm probably the only one off. Back to you, Jay. WA5EDX.
Okay, Byron. No, you are not off frequency. There's nothing wrong with the way that 530 sounds. It's nice and clear, clean audio. It's not underdone or overdone. It's right where it should be as far as I'm concerned. Sounds great.
Well, thank you, sir. This is a special order for WA5KCP, so he can do a legal check-in into the Boat Anchor Net in the future. I hope he does.
Okay. Well, it'll work for him. Sure will. Thanks, Byron. We'll talk to you next time. All right. Last on my list right now is KC5WLF. Jimmy, go ahead.
Okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jay, this is Jimmy, KC5WLF, and I'll tell you, I am so envious of Ruidoso. His signal's coming down here really good, and he's got a nice sounding radio, and I know the weather, it sounds gorgeous. I love that area. And Byron, that 520 really sounds good. It does. So I'm talking this evening on my old FT101 Zulu Delta, and it's using an old Lollipop D104. So into a FL2000B, not the 21, but the 2000 with I get 572B tubes in it. So I'm enjoying this old rig, going into an off-center fed dipole for 80 meters. Anyway, Jay, wonderful weather we're having. A little hot for somebody, for some people, but I'd rather it be that way than having cold fronts coming down. So just keep on rolling. The weather, I hope, just stays nice. Back to you, Jay. KC5WLF.
Okay, Jimmy. Yeah. Well, hot, I can put up with hot better than I can with snow. I don't know. It's just funny that way. I was raised in the South, and I guess I'll be here all the rest of my life. I don't know. Anyway, thanks for checking in, Jimmy. Well, Lynn, did you make it to our gathering this evening yet? K5LYN?
Give me 5 minutes, Jay. K5LYN. I'm just getting here.
Okay, cool. I'll let me see if let me check and see if Rusty, are you here?
Yeah, I'm here, Jay.
Okay, why don't you pick up a few while Lynn's getting everything fired up? I don't want to hog it.
Okay. Good evening, folks. You are listening to the Boat Anchors Unlimited Net. This is WK5R, and I'm on the usual stuff. Kenwood GS590S, the audio technical microphone. I'm driving the homebrew GS35B amplifier. I'm going through a tuner, but it's in standby like somebody else said. I think it was Dan that said that. But anyway, it goes out to the homebrew stand dipole at 50 feet. That's what we got going on here. So, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
K5 Sierra Alpha Charlie.
November 5.
Boy, that was a train wreck. Y'all do it again. I'll swing pull somebody out there.
Whiskey 5 Hotel Papa.
And 0 Golf Victor Kilo.
Okay, I got you. All right. Whiskey 5 Hotel Foxtrot, I believe it was. If I'm not mistaken, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. Whiskey 5 Hotel Foxtrot down in Cooks, Texas. Running a normal station here, the 830 station, and running about 400 watts, over.
Roger. Well, that sounds good there. Appreciate you checking in. Okay, that was a Golf Victor Kilo. Go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Rusty and the Net. This is November 0 Golf Victor Kilo. Occurred up here in Nebraska. And tonight, Rusty, I'm running my World Radio Labs Galaxy GT550 station using a Turner microphone. I'm just running barefoot. I also have the matching VFO, matching watt meter, and matching speaker console. And I'm running that into an off-center fit antenna for about 30 feet or so. WK5R from Anzura GBK.
Hey, well, good evening there, Kurt. Good to hear you. We ain't heard you in a while there. Just kind of wondering what happened to you, but the Galaxy 550 is still doing its thing there. So, don't be a stranger there. Good to have you back in here, and we'll look for you again next week there. All right. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Kilo 5 Sierra Alpha Charlie.
Okay, station. Okay, I bet that was Norm. Go ahead.
Yes, good evening, Rusty. K5 Sierra Alpha Charlie, Norman in Nederland, Texas. Good to hear everyone this evening. I'm kind of late getting in here, but I don't have much to say other than we're still using the old KWM2 30L1 and D104. And waiting for the cooler weather. I kind of warmed up again today, but it did sprinkle just a wee bit. Hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Pick up a few more, and I'll be listening, and see you all next week. Rusty, K5SAC.
Appreciate you checking in there. And I just caught the AC on the end of that, but I recognize the sound of that wonderful Collins you got there. I don't think there's another one like it. Appreciate you checking in. We'll catch you next week. Okay, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
November 5, Juliet, then.
Okay, you're a little light, Ed, but go ahead.
Yeah, hi, Rusty and Boat Anchor Net. I'm running the old Hot Water 101 barefoot tonight. Just listening in. HW101 out to an inverted V up about 45 feet. And that's it. M5 JJI back ahead.
Quick comment.
Hey, go ahead, Jay.
Yeah, Ed, we'll bring your table next time in April, okay?
Thanks, Jay. I appreciate it. I had stomach problems last weekend.
No, I heard you'd been under the weather, so I figured that's what the deal was. We'll get it there for you. KM5QS, back to net.
Okay. And I heard everything you said there, Ed, and the HW101 sounds good. You're barefooted, that's why you're a little light. You had a little something to go behind it, you'd be fine. All right, we'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Whiskey 5, Delta Lima.
Uh-oh, I doubled. Somebody come again?
Tango Foxtrot.
Oh, okay. I think that's what, W5CF over in Mississippi?
Roger. Thanks for picking me up. I'm back on the Central Electronics 100V transmitter tonight. And the name is Kerry. I'm near Laurel, Mississippi. Drake R4B receiver. Looking at the FR4 digital readout. Drake W4 watt meter. Driving the SB220 on the high tap. About 1,000 watts to a homebrew double bazooka up at about 45 feet. Thanks again for letting me in, over.
Roger, Jerry. Hey, sounded good as usual there, about 20 over, so no problem at all. Everything's working. We'll catch you next time. Who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. W5DLP. What's going on there, Dave, neighbor?
Well, I just wanted to know how this rig was sounding to the 51.5.
Sounds good there. Has a little different sound than the Icon. Is that your 101?
Yes, sir, it is. I'm still working with it. I haven't got it anywhere near what I expected to be, but at least you're hearing, so that's fine.
Roger, and congratulations on getting that. And you said you was kind of busy. I figured that's what you were doing, over.
Roger. Yeah, no time to do anything else other than this. I ain't had supper yet.
Well, you better bring us something to eat. That old boy will be starving.
Roger. Dedication in there,
Okay, and if you got my deal there, if it's okay, I'll run that down to you in the morning.
Okay, that'll be fine.
All right, we'll catch you later. All right, who else is out there for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now.
Contact.
KC5WLF recheck, Rusty.
Okay, I got 2 there. Contact, go ahead.
Yeah, Rusty, it's Mike, KL7 Charlie Delta. He said he was on a 101. Was that an FT 101 or a hot water 101?
An FT 101.
Okay, gang. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, go ahead, Jimmy.
Okay, I just wanted to recheck. I knocked my amplifier offline, and I'm just talking barefoot. And I was wondering how you copied.
I copy you just fine, 100%.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, it's just an old FT101 Zulu Delta. Okay, I'm going to catch you guys later. Thank you, and good evening. KC5WLF.
All right, we'll see you later there, Jimmy. All right, who's next to the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Okay, there was a Kilo Charlie 0 ending in Sierra. Go ahead. Okay, that sounds good. It's next to the speakers, but I'm copying your FT102 down here in Texas from Colorado. Sounding good, over. All right, thank you, sir. I'll catch you next time there. If you get a little lamp behind that, it'll probably do the trick. All right, who's next for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, let's see. K5LYN, WK5R. Are you back now, Lynn?
Well, let's see. The meters look like they're moving. What do you think, Rusty? K5LYN.
I think you're there. Go ahead and take a round.
All right. Yeah, thank you and Jay for doing a great job. I had a neighborhood meeting that I had to be at, so I'm kind of coming in here and picking up the loose ends. And after a full can of Lone Star on a mostly empty stomach, if it doesn't come off across quite right, well, y'all give me a break. But we don't do this all the time. We got to do it once in a while, and busy today. So let's see if there's anybody else out there. This is K5LYN, Lynn in Austin. Anybody want to talk Vintage Radio? I'm listening. Well, Rusty, maybe there's some wise people on the frequency and know they better not mess with me. I think y'all have covered the territory. What do you think, Jay?
Well, we might have. The band is pretty good tonight. Rusty's starting to pick people up from up north, and of course Mississippi and Missouri. They always sound good. Mike's coming in great from Ruidoso, so things are looking up.
Yeah, I heard Mike great. I heard Terry on his 100V sounding great, and Rusty always does a great job picking up those people north and west that we don't hear all that well down here. So let me put out one last call. Anybody want to talk to me about anything? Failing that, we'll go around the table one last time and call it a night. Sounds like y'all have had a great net, and I wish I could have been here from the beginning. K5LYN, listen. All yours, Jay.
Hey, ringing up real quick. I just want to say hey to you. You sound good in Missouri.
Okay, Perry, you always sound good. Day or night, summer, winter, doesn't make any difference in the season. You always know how to do it. And tonight is no exception, over.
Yeah, Roger. Glad to hear you on here tonight. KB0, you know that.
Okay, I'm glad that job schedule's worked out for you. Over to you, Jay, K5LYN.
Okay, Lynn. We'll give her. We may have fished the pond dry. You never can tell. Is there anyone that we've missed this evening, or anyone that needs to check back in? They thought of something else, or hooked up another rig, or whatever. I mean, it's only 13 minutes after 8 o'clock, and not that we have an allotted time slot to fill, but we got all night. Anyone else for the Boat Anchors Unlimited? Come now. Well, looks like looks like they're going to give me time to hook that Omni 7 back up and see if I can make it work.
Sounds like a good idea to me.
Everyone out there, I sure enjoyed it. It's been a great night, and we appreciate every one of you and look forward to seeing you again next week. Rusty, I'm going to pass it to you for do your thing. KM5QS, WK5R.
All right, Jay, appreciate it. This is WK5R, and we're on the last go-around for the Boat Anchors Unlimited net. And we done pretty good tonight here. Kurt showed back up from Nebraska, and we had took some Chuck from Colorado there. So it's stretching back out. We haven't got back up to North and South Dakota yet, but as the season comes on, we'll get there. So is there anybody else left that wants to check into the Boat Anchors Unlimited net before we close the net? Come now.
N5WJA.
Good evening, Jim. Go ahead.
N5WJA. This is Jim in Laronja, Louisiana. I'm about 40 miles north of New Orleans. I'm on my 890 tonight. It's so noisy over here. I got so much noise I can't hardly hear anybody. We've got some thunderstorms just north of us. So, we'll give it back to you, Rusty. 7-3s, man. Have a good one. N5WJA.
Okay, Jim. Well, now we know where all the noise is coming from. It's not that bad over here. I was able to hear them stations way out there, but there is some static crashes. I do hear those. All right, is there anybody else out there before I close the net? Come now.
Hey, Rusty.
That's you, Perry? Go ahead.
Yeah, it's me. Nobody's wanting to check in, so I just want to throw my hat in and say, I'll always check in with you, buddy. KB0, you hold that.
Roger, Perry. Have a good night. We'll catch you next time. All right. Anybody else? I'm getting ready to close her. Come now. So I think we've done it. I'd like to thank everybody for checking in. We're picking up a few more of the further out ones as the season goes on. We'll look for some more next week. Well, this is WK5R, now closing this session of the Boat Anchors Unlimited net and returning the frequency to normal amateur abuse. WK5R.
Thank you, Rusty.
Jim in Louisiana made it 28 even, so thanks for evening up the list.
Well, I'm glad I was able to do something.
Not bad for a bunch of amateurs.
Good point there, Don. Yeah, we picked up a couple that we hadn't been getting for a while out there, Colorado and Nebraska.